Say something about ACA being here now. Okay. So this past week, I switched to a different room because my aunt's having a baby within the next week. And now I actually have my room for my keyboard.
Let me get the stream started real fast. 2 seconds, let me mute you real fast. Alright. Alright, we're gonna start with the stream today. Let's talk about some due dates. First and foremost, let's talk about your due dates on Google Classroom. Some of you guys are not yet doing this correctly, and I want to make sure that you are. So let's go ahead and talk. Oh, got the wrong slide up there. Here you go. Here's afternoon session. My apologies. So if you will, look, here's a screen behind me. Due dates, folks. Yeah, I understand that some of this stuff is a little bit ridiculous because we have to go over it over and over and over again, but it seems like not a lot of people are getting the message, and I've sent a few of you these videos after we do them so that you can see them. Make sure that you guys are paying attention to these. Let's start off with due dates. Due dates are Friday. For this class, that is a recommendation, okay? The reason they're all in Classroom is Friday is because it is a recommendation that you get them done by Friday, but you have all the way till Sunday at midnight to get those completed. So if you don't quite complete those, not a big deal. We will get those figured out. We will get that figured out because on Sunday, I actually have a little post that says up there in the top, if you do get it in by Sunday, it notifies me that you've got it in by Sunday, so it still allows you to have the full grade. It's not a late grade. So even though it may say late because you turned it in Saturday or Sunday in Google Classroom, don't worry about it. It's not late. It's just a recommendation. It's to keep you guys on your toes and not procrastinate, all right? Next thing, let's go ahead and look at our answering questions in full, okay? So we have a little bit of a problem with folks that are not answering all of those questions completely in full, which means you guys are actually not answering the journals fully, completely, and entirely. So some of you guys will answer in like a little bitty little sentence, or that also goes for our assignments as well. The people that I've had the most trouble with on this is this audio video class. Guys, I still have 9 people in this class that haven't turned anything in for the first assignment. I'm a little concerned. All right. Some of those 11 people that did turn it in only turned in half the assignment, which is a super easy assignment comparatively to everyone else, every other class. Guys, this is super easy stuff you should be catching on to. If you can't and you're like really struggling, don't feel ostracized. Don't feel like you're not getting it, because there are a few other people that aren't getting it as well, but they're coming and asking for help. They are getting into Google Hangouts. They are coming online during Google Meet times, and they are asking for help and getting that aid. Okay, so I want to give you guys that option, but I don't want to ostracize you so much so by saying, hey, you're not getting this in, and ostracize you in a way that allows you to think that you're not going to be able to finish this or do this class correctly online. Okay, so make sure that you guys also aren't just turning in something, hitting that turn in button and saying, oh yeah, it's done, and then telling your parents that it's done, because your parents are about to get an email that says that you're doing that. So don't be that guy. All right. I will be sending an email out to the 5 of you that have done that here in this class in AVP3. I also have a few of you in graphic design in 8th period that decided to do that as well. Your parents will be getting an email about it. Don't think that you're just sliding under the radar by just hitting the turn in button and showing your parents, yep, it's done. Look, right here on my phone, it says turned in. Can't do that, guys. It's not going to work. All right. So let's go ahead and continue on. We are actually doing ACA prep today. I actually have a few people in. I think I only have AJ and Google Meet right now. Yep. So I do have. We are going to be going over some of the ACA prep stuff. I'm going to go over what that looks like going forward, and I'm actually going to give some of those folks the ability to do some ACA prep while we're here online. We're going to do some teaching stuff. So I hope that that helps you guys out. I think AJ is the only one in Google Meet right now. Good for you, AJ. And then class meeting Friday at 1 p.m. If you guys would like to give feedback, would like to talk about how the class is doing well, how the class is not doing well, how you are struggling in the class, or you have just a general, hey, I just want to hang out with people. Guys, class meeting at Friday at 1. All right? All right? I hope that that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself. Ooh. I'm going to go ahead and unmute myself and AJ here. Well, let's make sure that he's unmuted as well. And AJ, you okay with being on the live stream?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just making sure. All right. So just going to start off with AJ. Hello, AJ. Just going to start off with launching you guys into the kind of ACA prep stuff. So I guess I can use AJ. I'm going to use you as my little guinea pig here.
Okay.
Okay. First things first. I want to talk about. Let's go ahead and skirt over here real fast. I want to go ahead and talk about how we are doing ACA prep here in the near future. Oop, I'm gonna mute you there, AJ. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. What I do want to make sure that we all do together as a class is we have the ability to prep correctly for this test. Our test is still on and will continue to be on all the way through to May 15th, which is the original date that we said that we were going to do this. All right, so we are still taking our test May 15th, but if you'll notice, here's a quick little here's a quick little calendar. Oh, hey, there you go. Here's a quick little calendar. In that calendar, you'll see that May 15th is literally 2 weeks after we come back from this quarantine stuff. So quarantine starts or ends May 4th. We have a test 2 weeks after that. I don't want to take 2 weeks to cram prep stuff at you. Most of the stuff you already know, but I want to give you guys every possible leg to do this well. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what this looks like going forward. You should have at the top of your stream, and AJ, let me see if I can actually share my screen in here. I think I can. This is Google Hangouts is a little bit more. There we go. All right. I want to present a window. Can I present a window? I'd like to present my, which window? Let's do a Google window. Share my Google window. Here we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Very nice. All right. So here in the audio video 2 section, which is the class that AJ's in, we're actually going to do this a little bit differently. Up in the stream, if you'll scroll down, there is a section in here. Where'd it go? Do you know where your ACA prep stuff is? It was down here in the bottom somewhere in the document section. All right, the idea here is to show you guys how to get to that. So the purpose of today's ACA meeting, with apparently just me and AJ, is just to show you guys how how to get there. So if you will to get to all
I
of
told
the
Seth and Justin that it's going on, so they might join. I don't know.
Okay, sweet, no problem. No problem. That sounds good. So what we will do though is I want to show you guys kind of where. So this will be online also for them to go back and look at if they want to. But where you guys can go to find stuff to prepare. We're actually going to start doing some not worksheets, but we're going to do some like fun activities that help you guys see those and or prepare for the ACA test. Your journals. For those of you in printing and imaging technology and AVP2 are about to be, instead of being graphic design stuff and audio video 1 stuff and review stuff, are about to be ACA prep questions. That way you guys have to actually go search for them and you're getting preparation while doing your attendance journals. Okay, so that's going to be a new thing. Hope that that's helpful. All right, next thing, let's go ahead and talk about, if you'll go to Adobe Education Exchange. Adobe Education Exchange is one of the most widely utilized things in hello Justin, widely utilized things in ACA prep. Okay, so if you'll go to Adobe Education Exchange, all of this is free, so check this out. This is super helpful. Okay, this is super helpful. If you'll look Education Exchange, you can go to the search bar without signing in, and I'm gonna search for, and you'll see some of the featured products are here at the top. So those of you doing ACA exam for Photoshop, the study guide is actually up here at the top, completely free, easy to use, super helpful. Okay, Premiere is down here at the bottom. All you have to do is search for ACA, and this is at the top of Adobe Education Exchange. And look, it gives you all of the exam study guides for every program in the Adobe suite. So if you're having any issue, with that, make sure that you check out the Adobe Education Exchange. So this is for all of you guys that are maybe going to come on the stream later or come see this video later. I'll be sending this out to those of you that are on my ACA exam list, so you'll get to see what this looks like. But for the two gentlemen that are actually in meets with us right now, they're actually doing the Premiere Pro portion of this. So I'd go down here to Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 study guide. You guys are actually doing the Creative Cloud one, so you can use either one of these and it'll work for you. Justin and AJ, you can use either one of these you guys can still see my screen, right? I'm just making sure. All right, cool. So if you'll see this, I'm gonna click on Premiere Pro Creative Cloud. Dun, da, da, da. And when I get in here, it shows me first of all information on how to this, of course, I think this is the PDF. Make sure. Oh no. Okay, that's no big deal. It's down here anyway. What you can do is go down here to resources and download this PDF. This is an entire study guide with I'm gonna actually, all you have to do is sign in using your Google account. Da-da-dee-da. And you can download this for free. If it doesn't allow you to, here, I'm actually going to download it for you guys. That way that you have it. And I'm going to put it in your stream forever and always, okay? Da-da-da-dee. You guys actually have this study guide already. I've put it in Classroom a long time ago. There's also a lot of other places that you can find study guides and things like that in online. Oop, let me go back and search for that one more time. ACA, bloop, and Creative Cloud. Oh, goodness. Internet's being a jerk today. All right. So all you have to do is log in with your Google email to access this information. I'm going to go ahead and put it in your stream, and I'm going to put it in everybody's stream just to be safe. All right. That way everybody has it. Actually, probably don't need to put it in graphic design stream, right? Because they're not going to need it. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there. This is just so that you guys can see and utilize this PDF. Guys, it has all the information you need. ACA prep. It has all the information you need on the Premiere Pro test. All right. So if you scroll down through this, it shows you the objectives at the very top. Okay, shows you exactly how this test goes. And we will be using the Certiport version of this, so definitely a good thing that we have this. All right. It shows you exactly what the project interface is going to look like, how it's going to organize and show you how to take the test. Okay. That is, it shows you anything and everything you need to know to take the test. Okay, you need to be able to set appropriate project settings for videos. We talked about that in audio video too, right? We talked about that with one of those presentations. I believe it was Dylan's presentation where we talked about how to set up a sequence, create a sequence that matches project requirements. Yes, so we hit file, or we hit sequence, new, or file, new, sequence, right? We know how to do that. Up here or down here in 4, create a video rough cut using a variety of tools and panels. Okay, you need to be able to cut and move video, place images and videos into a sequence. You need to be able to know how to do that. Now, all of this shows you what you need to know. If there are areas, like for example, animate title, and you don't remember how we did that, right? So we talked about keyframes, we talked about tweening in between those keyframes, right? The keyframe starts it tweens, it's all the frames between the beginning and the end. The ending frame shows you how to, okay, we talked about all that. All right, if you don't remember how to do that, you can search it up. The best way and best place to find this information, and you're gonna probably hate me because this is one of the things I tell you guys not to use ever, but Quizlet.com, folks. Okay, go to Quizlet and search for ACA Premiere. There are a few of these I'm going to recommend to you guys because they are better than others. Okay, the first one at the top is not going to help you. Okay, the one by Claybo Varnum, whatever that is not going to help you. This one is a lot more, it's a lot smaller, and it also doesn't have as much information for you. You can utilize it, and it gets updated every now and again, but not very often. But it's useful. Make sure you have most relevant up here at the top. The ones that will help you the most are these 3 in the center. These are all terms you have to know for Premiere Pro. The 3 in the middle, made by CVCC Media Arts, Maddie Boyles, and Dion L. Those are the 3 Quizlets that are going to give you the most for your most bang for your buck. So get in these, open these up, start utilizing these. We will actually start utilizing these tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week, right? So every Thursday at 1 p.m., we are going to have a ACA prep kind of segment. The first half of that segment, the first 30 minutes, is going to be Photoshop only. The second 30 minutes of that segment is going to be Premiere Pro. So AVP2, folks, you'll want to come in at 1:30. All right? I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and scroll down here just a little bit. You have a few more of these that help you with terms and tools. If you aren't familiar with terms and tools, these are really great to use. It's not really going to help you all that much. If you want a fully comprehensive version of both the Premiere Pro questions as well as icons and tools, you can use this one down here by Zoe or whatever her name is. When I clicked into this one, it talks to you about nested sequences, multicam, using all of these other terms that you need to know, source monitors, project panels, voiceovers, yada, 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 yada. Great stuff. Okay, all you have to do is make sure that you sign in to Quizlet to be able to see the whole thing. All right, so if you don't yet have a Quizlet account, go ahead and make one. All you have to do is use Facebook or Google. Super easy to do. Okay, so use Quizlet. Use these 3. What do you call them? Quizlets. Use these 3. They're super helpful, guys. They have almost everything you need to know how to do. Okay. We are going to be literally walking step by step through each domain over the next couple of weeks. So everybody check this out. And this is the last bit of information I have for you guys. And then you can leave the Google Meets and we're good to go for the day. Okay. Check this out. This is how we're doing the next few weeks, right? We have 4 weeks, okay, to prepare for the ACA exam. The first Thursday, which is April 9th, we will be going over the first domain. We are going to go over everything in this first domain. I'm going to ask you random questions. We're going to have a quiz in the Google Meet chat. We're going to see who can come up with the most points. We're going to answer those. We're going to work together on those to make sure everybody knows how to do those well. Okay? So first week, April 9th, domain number 1. Next week, April 16th, domain number 2. How to set up your interface. navigating and organizing your workspace, non-visible design tools, and all the assets you need to put in a project, how to import media, how to push it from After Effects into Premiere, Audition into Premiere, navigating and configuring certain preferences. So going into your we've already talked about almost all of this already, but I want to make sure you guys know it. So 16th is domain 2. The 23rd is going to be domains 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are going to be on the 23rd. The reason why is because organizing video projects is super easy, and you guys already know how to do it. Basically, it's managing your timeline, managing your sequences, flattening and merging layers. Guys, it's super easy. I'm going to show you how to do it like probably about 5 minutes. Okay, 5-10 minutes. And then in 4, this is where it gets a little bit more in depth. Okay, so using tools and features to edit video, being able to animate titles. We know how to do that, but I'm going to show you just a little bit extra just in case they ask you some of these questions. Okay, trimming footages, using ripple edits, using hard edits, using the razor tool, transforming digital media within a project, using basic editing techniques to manipulate that video, and then managing audio in your sequences as well, using effects and effect controls. We're going to talk about those as well. Hopefully this helps you guys prepare for that last week, April 30th, the week before we come back for school, which is I'm excited about, guys. I'm really excited to get back into the classroom with my AVP2 guys, because the second this this ACA prep stuff is done, the entire week of May, we're gonna have tons of freaking fun. We are going to prepare like crazy for next year. We're gonna prepare for our new classroom. We're gonna prepare new procedures and things for your class next year. We're going to talk about practicum stuff. We're going to talk about especially AVP2 folks that are in the meets. We're going to be talking about where your practicums are going to be, how you guys get the ability to do that. AJ, Justin, I don't know if you guys were there the other day when we started talking about the new classes next year, where you guys are going to be in the practicum class. You guys actually get to work in a specific organization underneath the AV student media thing as an actual job. So it'll be your job for the year, whatever that looks like, and you'll actually get resume credit for that as a job, as an intern for a specific, not an organization like Yearbook, not an organization like, oh, well, you were part of the school whatever club. No, the AV club. No, this is an actual written job. You have to apply for it, and this is all going to happen at the end of May. Even if we're not in school, this has to happen at the end of May. You have to create a resume for it. You have to interview for it. You have to have one-on-one interview with me and another faculty member. You also have to answer specific questions that we ask you. You have to apply for a specific job. So those job postings are going to go up in May, and you have to decide which one you want. You will have a job. These include going to, there's a job at the local churches where you have the ability to do and help with their live streaming abilities, and you do live production with those churches. Okay. You have the ability to work with FOH Productions in Princeton, where they actually take you on production sets and show you how to set those up, how to work on production sets, doing photography, stuff like that. The graphic design internship with Miss Sabrina Smith Marsh, which is marketing and advertising. You'll have the ability to do that. 2 people will. There is an athletics internship as well, where you will shoot at all of the athletic stuff. You will do photography for athletics. You will do action shots, and you will do magazine covers. You will do website covers for them so that they can place that on their web pages and stuff, and Facebook. You will do social media and marketing management for them. You will do advertisement marketing for them. You will do promotional stuff for them. You'll do promotional commercials for them. For all of athletics, there are about 5 people that are going to be part of that company, that internship. One is going to be the head editor. The second person is going to be the boys athletics. The third person is going to be girls athletics. And the other 2 people are going to be marketing and advertisement and graphic design editors for that group. So if you're interested in that, that's coming up as well. Another one of those internship projects is also, I'm really excited about a few of these. Another one of those projects is being able to this is basic organizations. So other organizations inside of community ISD, you are an internship for student organization the organizational student media for those organizations. So if you are in charge of fine arts, you are in charge of all of fine arts. That's graphic design, that's your video promotions, that's interviews and documentary footage. That's all of that stuff goes into that domain. You guys have there are two people that are going to be working in fine arts, a head editor and an assistant editor. There is another one, organizations that are organizations and clubs, FCCLA, FFA, NHS, FCA, all of those, UIL, all of robotics, all of those kind of in-person skills USA type stuff. All of those folks need an editor too, so there will be an editor and an assistant editor for those. Those positions are open for everybody, and each group is going to have their own set of individual projects that work inside the subset of the classroom, and you will be actually using this as resume credit. So you actually put this on your resume as an actual job, and you say that your boss is Jordan Fitzwater. I will give you resume credit as well as references going forward. You should be able to leave my classroom completely readily available to get a job in audio video production without going to college and everything else like that. You can. I encourage you to go because you get a lot more out of it that way, and you'll get a lot more stuff that I haven't yet taught you, but it is a very, very, very exciting thing to do. Okay, so I'm losing you guys. I want to make sure that I use your time wisely. Last thing I have for you in ACA prep is the bottom. That last week is used for publishing digital media. You guys already know how to archive projects, exporting single frames, like taking a little picture in Premiere and then exporting it in. You guys already know how to do that. This is not going to be hard. I know that you guys are going to pass this test already, but I want you to be prepared for it. Okay, so we're going to do that. That's all that I have for you guys. If you want to get out of the Google Meets, you're more than welcome to. I'll be here for a little while, but make sure, of course, that you guys use your time wisely here. I just wanted to explain what that's going to be going forward. Let everybody know about it, because this is something that I think some people are going to just kind of fly by and go, oh, I don't want to work with this. It's not a big deal. Okay. I wanted to have this kind of meeting session so you guys can actually go tell everybody else, hey, ACA prep, 1 p.m. on Thursdays. Make sure it happens. So go text everybody in the class. Photoshop people as well. Those of you, I see a few people watching online. Make sure, or on the stream, make sure that you guys go text people that, hey, ACA prep, Photoshop, 1 o'clock, Premiere, 1:30. Make sure you do that. It is worth it. It is worth it. It is worth it. You do not want to be behind when we get to that first week in May. You do not want to be behind. Use April to your advantage. Use this online platform to your advantage. You get one-on-one with me at any time you want, guys. Use it to your advantage. All right. You guys have an awesome day. I'm going to be off stream. I'm going to be answering any questions here in the Google Meet if we need to. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. I'm going to leave the stream, no music, silent, because I've got to be able to hear any questions that they have in Google Meets also. So you guys have a good one. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, you hear a sound boy, mix that up a little bit and a little sweet, and many people they get nicer.